Bentley. Finna got in that gently. Ain't been friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top notch.
I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court, for real. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, then sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bellin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student felon. Now I got a lawyer, straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element, out my element. My the same, don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game, all brand new chain. Ice, swerve the lane, call the group the gang. Whip that thing, whip it. This shit give me, ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it, bring the don't want no, they pull up with they It's times three, this how it go. Park $1 million at the we gon' eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs than Rich like water, go to Cabo. Splash. Cash in the walls, hollow. Cash. Your money too small, micro. Hunch up on the call, gotta Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
Ice the game, had to ice the game.
So much ice, too much. Had to ice the lane. Freeze the dud, freeze. Had to freeze the lane. Freeze. Camera phone. Turn your lights off. We been on. Came from my block and growed up. Guess I'm homegrown. Well known. That is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came out froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Yeah, the clinics, but that baby wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's a lick with till they explode? Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Smash. Shots and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. All set. Race with the stars out. Not a boarded house. Get deported out. Moved out for a shot. Marvin the Martian. I'ma put your brain up for auction. Proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Was it did it the faucets? Chanel bag is ostrich. Stay down, come up in the process. Private jet, yeah. The same diamond milk, yeah. I'ma keep the on welfare. The pink stone real. Bling bling blow, yeah. Mama got style, yeah. Chanel reptile player. On Mars, gotta get the grace of the God. 3 rock stars, nobody seeing the gang on guard. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Smash. Shots and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my Benz, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money, I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now, that's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow, that's a big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money, I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends.
Got 100, I need bands. Now look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that bands. Turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. You know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about he ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em out your break. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. That for the homies.
I'm addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends.
money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, waist snatch, that straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I'm in 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line abusing this deer. I hate a dude with no plans. Now I don't usually get near. Oh, my ex her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. Wakanda swagger, I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda, y'all are wasting our time. I spend it but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get no different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mixed with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a pad of walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
I sound it.
Okay, I'm back to school, you. This is open campus. This is, I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto, she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation, Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, was underground. Frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man is just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menu, the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce. I gave it up and talking Cuban links. Tell her ain't no weak link in my Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum FUBU days. I got dreams of being Hova out your movie, yay. Listen, babe, so good you think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. For real, overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't pay, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, sold, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bins I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. I'm too two on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift from a boy, so boy, no, I'm a gangster. And you a boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count. Cause I'm two up right now. Two up right now. Yo, I'm two up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up, ooh, on the couches with my shoe up, and we was getting that record label money before they knew us, and we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up if your dog fall in your ball hog.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Jump out! 319! 319!
Now a play fake here on first down. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing now is Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Rodgers going to throw. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. This is Lamar Miller. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Play action. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Gerald McCoy in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
11.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10.
319. Zoom. Hey, check 26. Get that quarterback. Yeah, Liz.
Rodgers now to throw. Steps away. There on the catch, Alfred Blue. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Flushed out right. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Check 3. We are going. Zoom.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught outright by Graham. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, here's Miller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it's caught by Saleh. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a give to Miller. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff to Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a solid run down inside the 30. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. On play action, now Garoppolo. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a Niner 1st down. Garoppolo to Garcon.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this.
And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin with a run by Miller. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Go ahead.
Now Garoppolo. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Cassius Marsh in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Hurry up.
A second down carry for Procise. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. On play action, Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jake Ryan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He'll return it from the 6. And just shedding him off there. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It have it because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time was gone. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo again. And able to find Garcon. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 38.
319, 158, 319.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now.
Look at pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cassius Marsh in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a...
Hey. Okay. Pocket too big, they sumo.